I've had my transplant for almost 9 years now. I had a living donor, which was a guy I was dating at that time, but he ended up becoming my husband and the father of my kids. My doctors mentioned transplant and like having people get tested, but it was mentioned and then it was let go. And I didn't look into it, and I just thought I'm not gonna have somebody go through a surgery for me and harm their body for me. Like I'm okay with dialysis, so I actually let it be. Like I didn't really look into it.
I didn't know actually anything about transplant. I didn't know anything about organ donation. But when I met her, she had mentioned she had this kidney disease, and I didn't actually even know what that meant or what that future meant at that point. And then a little while after, she got a little bit more sick and said she needed a transplant. Started looking more into it and the research and the background, what could be done to get a transplant here for her. We found this thing called a paired exchange at the time. This is 2013. I didn't donate directly to her, so she didn't receive my kidney per se. But it's a chain. It could be as small as 4 people, 2 living donors and 2 recipients, and as big as however long the chain can go, up to 20, 22. And so I donated to somebody else, and where somebody else donated to my wife, now wife, and that's how she received her kidney.
When you're on dialysis, it's almost like, you're so restrained and you can't breathe like freely. You're just worried, and you're connected to this machine all the time. But if you are thinking about giving the gift of life, like you will literally be giving somebody a new life. I got to be a mom. Like, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been possible, but I got to be a mom. I got to be a mom, and I get to do things with my kids. Like, I can't tell you how magical it is like not being connected to a machine and just being free with them. So many people around me are able to breathe again and live their life freely because they see me healthy.
Once you go past that fear and you do it out of the kindness of your heart, and you see the lives affected by it, like how people can regain their lives, or people can go on with their lives, do it. There's no better reward you will get knowing you helped save a life, and hopefully it starts a chain reaction, and it could end wait lists, people having to live waiting for a transplant in the future, and just hoping they can continue on. You will see the instant gratification of what it can do. Just know the recovery isn't too bad. You're up in your feet pretty quick here, and you can go on living a normal life. Go on with a full heart, and you'll see some amazing things occur from it.
And I would encourage people to look into organ donation and just even fill out those forms if you're not sure what to do. Fill out the form and read about it, learn about it. I've never been fazed by my scar. It's funny because Shak wishes he had bigger scars. He's like, what is this? It's never bothered me. It reminds me of my journey, and I feel like a warrior sometimes, right? And it represents that I've made it this far. I wouldn't ask for a smaller scar, or I wouldn't try to cover it up. I'm content with having my scar. It reminds me that you just fight every day, and that's what we've been doing.